heel. Good morning everyone, Wednesday morning and just out with the hounds again. A bit grey this morning, not that it's cold but there was a bit of a breeze, that's why I put my sleeves on. Got up early as well just to go out for a run because I thought it's going to be roasting, got to sort kids out. I'm going to get my son out early. But all jobs sorted for this morning so far, just need dogs out and we're done. Then I can get back. Oh, I've got to get a sling wrapped up and sent out, and I've got there's Alan's knife that I'm sorting out with the walnut handles. I might profile that one up. I might actually, yeah, I think I will actually. I'm going to get that one sorted. Then I've got some all those blanks that need sorting and processing, so I'm going to clean up all the edges, surface grind them up to 320 grit, and then start putting some bevels on. I'm going to do 4 of the muntjacks and I think 4 of the row stalkers for the time being, and then put all the others to one side as stock items, and I'll get round to putting bevels on when I need them. But I think that's a good start for the day. Seen a few row does about this morning. There's one along that hedgerow. I've got my caller with me. I know it's a bit early for calls, but it's nearly July. We're only a few days away. The rut's going to be starting in a couple of weeks, so you never know, someone might react. And it's not as if I'm going to got any permissions around here anyway, so it's just nice to see what's about. I spotted a roebuck yesterday in a row doe, not far away from the house, so I've still got my camera at top of the field to check out. I'll have to do that before this monthly line row of videos are all finished, just so I see what's about. But yeah, buzzards flying about over there. Yeah, so I'll get these back and then get back into the workshop and start tinkering away. Right, we'll see in a bit. Right, one thing I did forget, I've got to stitch up these sheaths and what have you. So I'm going to sort those out first. Basically, burnish the edges over. So again, just a tub of water, wet them down. Now sometimes, a handy tip, you can put too much water on the edges, and when you start to burnish them, it still looks matte. Just give them a minute to dry out a bit. That's why I'll do 2 at the same time. And then once it dries out a little bit, you can burnish it again and it'll shine up. Right, they're all burnished up. Just with the awl, I'll go through all the holes that I'm going to use for stitching, and then basically that just allows the thread to go through a bit easier. There we go. Now it's the stitching colours. Now both of them have actually got black liners on these 2 particular knives. However, one of them's going to have bright orange handles. So I'm going to match the handles up this time, because usually I put sort of like either handle or the liner to match up to the stitching thread colour. One of them is going to be walnut and black, so I think the black one's going to be fine for that, but the other one's going to be the orange pine cone with the black liners, and I think the orange thread would look better with the orange handle, blaze orange handle of the pine cone. So I'm going to go for the orange one first. Just need to length of thread. Get me a couple of needles out of my tin. Turn my bloody collar down. Feel like a gangster. that's them stitched up with the welts all glued on. Now I'll just leave them to dry. That knife I can wet form. This one hasn't been finished yet, but I probably could wet form the sheath at the same time. But there's no point doing anything with these till tomorrow once the glue's all sorted, so I'll just put them into the warming cabinet and leave them at that. This Mulgrave is all, well, the resin's all cured. Resin, it's epoxy. It's funny how during the winter I would leave it a couple of days before it's all cured, because you can usually tell that it's a bit soft, but to be honest, it's rock solid now, just because we're into some warmer weather and the glue cures a lot quicker. So what I think I'll do is I'll actually carry on shaping up this handle. I've got the other two that are already done, but they need sharpening. I might as well get that one sorted. Two of them need Kydex sheaths, so I might as well do the two Kydex sheaths together and then get all three knives sharpened up at the same time, just to be a bit more productive. I've sort of been doing like a bitting and bobbing jobs just to be able to get some up for the camera as much as anything else. But I'll get these shaped off and then see what it looks like. It should get me through till dinner anyway, if no else. Right, grinders. It's a warm one today. Right, I have got, oh, I thought I was put some on some high grip paper. There we go. Not quite as shiny as it needs to be yet. I've got to oil it up. However, my Kydex has turned up today, so I'm going to get this one done, and I'm also going to get the other one that I needed the Kydex for as well. So I might as well get them all done together. Then I can get them both oiled up, and then get everything polished and sharpened, which will probably be tomorrow, but at least I'll have the Kydex done. I also need to make, I'm making this into like a piggyback set, so it's also going to have one of those little unzippers with it as well. Probably put an orange lanyard on it so it matches up with the orange on the handle of this one. But let's get this one wrapped up and my oven on for heat treating, for Kydexing. Right, get that done. Right, so I've got the sheath done for the walnut Mulgrave, and it's like I said, it's a piggyback one. So basically I've put a little naked zipper and attached that to the front of the Kydex sheath. I can't put the knife in because I've just taped it up. However, I do want to show you this. I needed to do an obligatory oil soaking. Ooh, look at that. Oh, it's quite nice actually. So I'm going to leave this in oil, and then I don't really need to do anything else with it until tomorrow, where I can take it out, dry it off and polish it all up. Yeah. Well, good evening. I finished off tonight. I was trying to make some Kydex sheaths, and the last one I just must have ballsed it up 3 times. So I thought, it was 5 to 6, I've had enough. I'm not going to attempt to make another balls up, so I thought, right, sod it. Sort dogs out, have me tea. And I've come out for take 2 on the old Foxy Foxes. I'm about an hour earlier than I was last time. So I'm going to get set up and then just wait. I've also, I think like I said yesterday, I've got me Death Grip Bog Pod, whatever it is. And I'm just going to put rifle on top of that so I'm not having to balance it up and see how we get on. Right, so I've got into position. Just need to put my collar out. It's a Recon Fox Pro that I got from Bushwear ages ago, years ago. I'm just going to put that out in front of me. A bit. The wind's sort of coming across. this way into my face now, which is pretty good. So that means I've got all this bit of wood behind me that I'm not winding, wood in front of me. Got a bit of a blind spot over a crest here, but see what happens. What do you reckon? Fetching. Sounds like it's still got gas gun going off over there. A couple of bangs every now and again, but nothing showing its face yet. Don't have to bother doing caller, I'll just leave that till later on now. Nice breeze though. Well, at least that was a successful evening. One hit bag, another one's run and gone into wood, into undergrowth, and I can't see it through thermal, but it was difficult to see the one that was out on the cut grasses through the thermal. So the one's in the thick undergrowth. I could do with bringing a dog up to have a look for that one, but I think I'll be back up. I might come back up Friday evening. Because there's still a few about. I did see some more, so it's still worth it while they're still about. So anyway, I'm going to get off now and get some kip again, and hopefully tomorrow morning I'll try and get some of these videos edited, because I'm getting a bit of a backlog and I need to get in front. But I'll see you in the morning.